True.
In 1857, there's an economic crisis known as the Panic of 1857.
Welcome to Channel 421 News. I'm Ryan Stroka, here with our historian expert, Alex McPhee. What are your credentials, my friend, in the history department?
Well, I've done what I work with history, you know what I'm saying?
The Panic of 1857. How do you suppose that started?
Well, you see, there are rumors that there was an act passed in Britain that required gold and silver to back up the actual currency. And this ignited panic in Great Britain.
So, how did the panic that generated in Britain transfer to the United States of America?
Well, Ryan, you see, the problems in Britain caused investors from Britain to remove their funds from American banks, which in turn caused problems in America.
Thank you. We've reportedly heard that a lack of gold in the U.S. system has caused the panic. What do you know about that?
Well, Ryan, you see, there was a U.S. ship called the SS Central America that actually sunk on its way to the New York banks. And thus the New York banks lost a lot of gold that was on that ship when it sunk.
Any other causes of the economic crisis we have today?
Well, yes, there were other causes. The Ohio Life and Trust Company failed. There were hundreds of workers that were laid off, and manufactured goods started to pile up in warehouses. Well, a further cause was the failure of the railroad systems.
What other effects were there?
Well, the effects of this panic were the fact that America struggled financially, and the South was blamed by the North because the South was not affected as badly as the North was, and there were urban riots everywhere in the country.
Examples of the panic of the 1857. Cocoa Pebbles ravaged. Shame. The streets are empty with fear. This panic was tragic. The store shelves are empty.
We're here with local residents of Huntington Park to see what they know about the Panic of 1857. We're here with a local resident. How do you feel about the Panic of 1857?
It was all in the papers.
This panic was surely a downfall in the American economy. The Hard Times in the City, written by the New York Times, states, "The bluest of all blue times has fallen on the dealers of luxuries." So we're here with a civilian, and what do you know about the Panic of 1857?
I know absolutely nothing about the Panic of 1857.
Well, would you like to be informed?
Sure.
Alright, well, it was a panic in 1857.
So we have a civilian here. How do you feel about the Panic of 1857?
I'd say that it was superfluous for people to be panicking during this time.
You heard it here, folks. Superfluous.
We're here with Django. Django, what do you know about the Panic of 1857? Nothing, huh? Back to you, Stroka. And although the Panic of 1857 it remains unbeknownst to most during our age, it was very relevant and important back in 1857.
People all over the streets are panicking in the midst of this crisis.
More than 5,000 bank failures? Panic!
Here we have some footage of a bank teller from the economic crisis of 1857. Here.
You know, I used to deal with hundreds. Now I gotta deal with coins.
How does it feel to have to deal with these small amounts of money?
Yeah, it feels awful. I mean, I can't even give people their money when they come in because we don't even have money here at the banks.
Is your bank bound for failure?
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. It really is.
I'm Ryan Stroka here, back with my niece and former historian Cale O'Brien to tell us about the aftermath of the Panic of 1857. Cale, take it away.
As a result of the Panic of 1857, the southern economy suffered little, while the northern economy made a slow recovery due to the downcline in their economy. Urban riots became common in the north and west as laborers and wealthier factions clashed over the financial situation. Blame for the panic, however, was leveled at the south, which was seen as responsible for undermining the stability and security of Western industrial development by punishing the pro-slavery agenda. Although America finally got through the panic, they saw a temporary collapse of northern industry as a validation for the plantation economy, and the South saw a superior system of wage labor, and they began to push for a more political concession of Congress. This resulted in the Civil War.
SOS Toto, amigos. That's all, folks.